Hello, everybody. Welcome to a new episode of, well, kind of Monster Legends, but something completely different. As you can see here, we are on my home screen. Don't mind a bunch of this other random stuff. This was when I first got my PC and I was trying to figure out how to play Minecraft. But either way, I am going to go ahead and do a tutorial and guide of how I make my videos and how just to kind of motivate other people, because I know a lot of people want to make videos because it's a simple thing to do for Monster Legends, just for fun, or even if you want to make a little bit of money on the side. And there's a couple reasons why I'm actually doing a tutorial on this. First of all, some people ask for it, and second of all, because the game, it's kind of, I've been feeling empty since Murky left. I don't have that, like, other person that's, like, motivating me to make more videos. Daniel is, okay, there's actually, I won't talk about Daniel 5K because there's something big I want to talk about regarding him. And probably a video right after this, I'll probably post it same day. It's kind of tragic regarding the UK situation right now, and I kind of hope so. If you guys could check out Daniel 5K and help him out, that'd be great because of the UK is just bombing his channel right now. But either way, something I am very passionate about is YouTube, of course. And as of lately, there has been no Monster Legends YouTubers because of just everything. And now with the UK thing, it's just been harder. So go support your UK creators definitely and more. But also because I like having competition, and I feel like the more people that make videos, the more the game is going to grow. And that's something that which, if you think about it, if you're somewhat passionate, if you just want to make something on the side, then this can actually help you a lot. So if you're just curious of making how I make my videos, there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and just guide you through it. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started with it. The first thing you want is to, of course, download Monster Legends. Now, it should be pretty easy if you have a emulator. I think they actually kind of nerfed BlueStacks, and it's not the best. I hate BlueStacks so much. It's just such a terrible emulator, but it's the only one that I found that works, and they kind of nerfed it. But you can also just download through the Microsoft Store. Um, but yeah, you can just search up Monster Legends here. I can't, I know I have been spelling it every time I record it. And yeah, just search up Monster Legends. Um, Download it from there. If you can see, you can just go boop. I spelled that wrong, but it should still pop up. Yeah, there you go. Downloaded it on your thing. If you're able to do it, does it have an update? I don't know, but if you can download it on Microsoft, it's definitely a lot better, run smoother. You won't have things like ads, and you might actually end up missing on the bounty hunt and sometimes marathon from what I've seen. For some reason, I don't know why it does that, but it does. But you at least want to have Monster Legends downloaded. Now you can also do this on your phone, just download the game and then screen record. That works as well. But then now it's time for the actual part of recording because I'm sure most of you already have the game downloaded. You want to go ahead and get OBS Studio. Just search it up on the Microsoft. I would go there, but I think I have some stuff open regarding my YouTube, so I don't really want to show. Actually, I might actually, because I might actually show you guys exactly what I'm dealing with here. Yeah, if we go to my channel dashboard, this is just what it looks like. Top content, all this stuff. I need to respond to some comments. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been kind of slacking on that because I've been really busy lately, with like all sorts of things. But I will get to comments soon, probably after this video. And either way, it's a thing that most people don't share, the channel dashboard. I mean, I don't mind sharing it. I don't really care. But as you can see, I do make some decent amount of money. This was just 1 month. Um, and it's you can see that the views they've been hit very hard by the UK thing, and also the what was the other thing, just overall the players losing interest, and with more YouTubers leaving, it's kind of a bit of a pain. So that's a big reason why, of course, we're doing this stuff. But this is what it looks like here. So you want to get yourself YouTube Studio. It makes things a lot easier, and it'll actually increase your production so much. But now that you have YouTube Studio, which you can just download, you should actually just be able to search it up, create a channel through YouTube. It's super easy. Just got to put in an email, make a username, and then put in your profile. Then go to YouTube Studios. There you go. Pretty easy. You have logged in. Then you can just go ahead and actually made a second account, and it took me like 10 minutes to do. And then you can see here the create button. Here's you can upload videos, go live, create a post, all this stuff. I'm actually go live soon because I haven't done that in a while, and I honestly have the whole day today. So I'll see what I'll do here. But either way, now that you have that YouTube Studio, you have OBS, you want to go ahead and go to OBS. Now what I've done here is actually I will decrease the audio from the actual desktop. So this would be like the background, like the Monster Legends music. So I turn that down, put my mic up so that my mic can overshadow stuff like that. The recording button's right here. As you can see, it says stop recording because I'm recording right now. And then there's some other kind of things that you might want to take a look at now. Since it is Monster Legends, you don't really have to go crazy with it, with like with your settings here, but just in case you want to actually kind of ensure that you're not having any things go wrong or glitches, you can go to settings here on file, and I believe it should be on. So you're going to want to go to video here, of course, and as you can see, because I'm recording, I can't modify it right now, and I have the FPS being 60 frames. The thing I moved it up to 1920 or 180 just to make sure you get the best possible recording. Um, but yeah, see, that's basically the best for Monster Legends at least. I'm not too sure why my game or not my other stuff hasn't been recording as that. I'm not too sure. I believe it's because maybe I have to go specifically there, and that might work a little better. I don't know what it was on before. I think just scenes, but either way, you don't really have to mess around with that stuff at all. It's pretty easy. Just make sure you're recording. But there you go. You have to stop recording. So just say that you're ready to make a video. You're gonna go ahead, press start recording. Then you go ahead and find Monster Legends. I have it right here. Go ahead and open that up. Goes to full screen there. Should probably turn the volume down. I have my razor up there, so I'll close that there. Log in, pretty easy. I'll show you kind of how I edit my videos as well, and some like sneak tips and whatever. But as you can see, we're in Monster Legends now, so this usually will be like, hello, this is I'm Gaming here. Welcome back to an episode of Monster Legends, and I'll talk about something. Let's say, for example, for this video, we're gonna go ahead and talk about the equipment challenge. So. I think I'll start it here. So, hello everybody, this is I'm Gaming here. Welcome back to a new video on Monster Legends. In today's video, we're going to go ahead and show off the equipment challenge, and then I'll yap about something like this. Like, oh my gosh, it is not worth it to spend 500 gems to get yourself a hollow pack, but these I can't talk. These Revolution Champion tokens are pretty good because if you can get 15 more, as you can see on the event dashboard, I will be up to 65, which means I will get myself 200 of this guy's cells, which actually is a pretty decent monster. So boom, look at that, and then oh, we can get an emerald relic chest and with 5 more, and we can just get that from the legend pass. But blah 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 blah. Let's go ahead and set up our defense team. Just kind of yap, just talk about, I would keep it into, make sure to try and keep your quality as high as possible. Like, don't just go off on tangents. Unless it's a tangent video, then it makes sense. I gotta put my runes on these guys, but honestly, this is fine for now. I think it's actually a pretty good war for me. I could do okay, I mean, see like what I'm doing there. You don't want to be cut off. I might replace Axel, but with Honan, but it's gonna cost me a fortune to put runes on him. But either way, let's say that was the video, and I'm gonna go ahead and do my intro. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. So let's go ahead and I'll end the recording, put that recording into CapCut, which is something I forgot to let you know that you guys should probably download. I use CapCut. You can use a lot of other things like Adobe Premiere. I find CapCut is the easiest for new beginners that are learning how to edit, and also it can really have about everything you really need. And if you get premium, I don't have premium, but I've seen that it has a lot of really cool stuff that can really upgrade your quality. But I personally don't use it because it's like I don't want to use money right now. Not until I'm making a good amount is when I'll put in more money into the actual editing system, even though it's probably a smart choice. But either way, I'm giving sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. There we go, we got our ending, so I'll see you guys all in CapCut. Okay, so we are now here in the actual like CapCut thing. I just did the create a new project here. We have the import thing here. So as you can see, it's completely blank. There's nothing here. You're gonna go ahead, put on import. You can go ahead and we're gonna go to videos. And right here, this most recent one here is actually our video. So we're gonna go ahead and click on it. It is now in here. We're gonna drag it into here. So now it is ready for editing. Now we're gonna go ahead and go to where we started our video actually, which was right around here. I'll play it. In today's video, we're gonna go ahead and show off the equipment. Yeah, it was right around here. So we're gonna go ahead and go back. For example, for this video, we're gonna go ahead and talk about the equipment challenge. So right about there. So that's about the clip that we're gonna be using. This is now a voiceover. I'm not too sure what that square up there is. That is not on my recording. I guess that was just a glitch because I was recording on CapCut. So don't mind that. Ignore that. Hopefully it disappears soon. So now for just some tips and stuff when editing, just because you want to have some cool stuff in your videos, of course. I think actually right there is where I started. So let's go ahead and do boom. So there we go. We got the start. Hello everybody, this is I'm Gaming here. Welcome back to a new video on... Yeah, see, that's about how my video would start. And now we're going to actually add some more things here. Now, I do find that for some reason when I record through my mic, I think it's just because of the way I have my audio set up, that it kind of is quieter than usual. So, like, that's the problem I had at the beginning was that my audio would just be quieter and then people wouldn't be able to hear it. So I just turn it up to, like, I always do 4 or 3. It's pretty good, Just when some of them are reaching that orange peak is when I feel like is the best. you know, when they're not all orange, as you can see, if I can zoom in here, um, we have some of the audio going through the line and becoming orange because that means it's kind of a little loud, which is what you want to have so people can actually hear you there, but not all of them. So as you can see, there's just some breaking the line there. So that's kind of where I would have it. Make sure that you have your ratio here to the proper YouTube ratio. Now, I have my quality on high just so the video doesn't look blurry or things like that. Usually original is the best, but you can also have it 69, which would what's it called? Premium, but I've seen that it has a lot of really cool. I think it's 69 the YouTube one. I mean, I just use original, so sometimes the sides of my videos aren't the best, but like you're probably going to be watching this on something else and you're not going to be like really worried about that. But that's how that looks. So that covers most of the screen. You guys can mess around with that depending on what you guys want to do. If you want to make short videos like YouTube Shorts, I believe it is one of these. I think before on at least phone, on mobile, it'll actually have the icon of YouTube or TikTok telling you which one is which. But I believe you can just do a quick search on YouTube or Google. Actually, I'll do it for you guys just so I can be kind of efficient here. Whoa, what is the ratio for YouTube Shorts videos? So 916, yeah, I was right. So if you want to do YouTube Short, just put 916. It'll change your thing like this. You can go ahead, drag your clip here. Oh, sometimes if you're not able to drag your clip, sometimes I just back out and then go back in. There we go. And so you can do that. You can make it bigger. There you go, and then just upload through as a YouTube short, but we're not going to be doing a short today. So there you go. That's kind of some things there. If you want to go ahead and make your videos kind of cool, something I've learned to do is to kind of maneuver with PNG. So I'm going to go ahead and import some images actually. So for example, let's have just a I'll just put Layliff in this video. Just let's say that we're gonna have him here as War. So I think there's a part where I actually mentioned Layliff. He cut off. I might replace Axel, but with Honan, but it's gonna cost me a fortune to put runes. So I guess I'll just have him here. I'll talk about how I get those PNGs to look like the way they do in a little bit. I could do okay, see like what I'm doing there. Okay, I'll just have it here. But you know, usually at the start of my videos, I have like a little intro and I'll have like the PNGs moving. You can work with effects, but some of my favorite effects, which I feel like really help you, would be play pendulum, which means that you can put it on an image or the video and it'll start shaking, so it'll kind of float. I'll decrease the strength. I'll turn down the twist. I don't like the twist. I don't know why it's there, but then I'll turn up the speed and then boom, see how that works? And you can also have other sorts of effects on the image itself. So animations here, you can go ahead and go star. You can go slide left, out. I do fade out. I don't know why some of these were all not premium. They seemed like they changed those after a while, which is kind of dumb. But you know, just find the effects that you like and work for your videos. There's a bunch, hundreds, and yeah. Now you probably also want to add some sound effects. There's of course this is why I said that this is very like beginner friendly. They're always having new sound effects regarding things, and also just some really decent ones. If you go, I have some myself, but if you just want to find some like decent ones, you can find like swooshes here, like stuff like that. You know, there's here you can boom ding if you want to have like a make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to have the commercial thing on because that way your videos won't get copyrighted if you use the sound effects. So always have commercial on. But that is a thing for like all this stuff here. There's a bunch of other stuff you can explore. I find that most of the stuff that like looks interesting here, like captions, is actually going to be like I only have one use. This is a what's it called? Premium feature. So I might actually end up getting premium just for some videos I have planned in the future. But either way, there's other stuff you can look here if you want to adjust the screen. I personally feel like the screen is perfectly fine. I'm trying to think of other things. Yeah, if you want to add music, there's actually a pretty good site for this. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that up. Hello, everybody. There's another voiceover. That thing up there on the left just doesn't disappear. I'm not sure why it's there, but either way, just try the best to follow around along that. Just ignore it, please. I don't know what's going on there. So this is a really cool site here, which has completely copyright-free music. It is called Incompetech. Incompetech. Holy crap, I sound incompetent. But it has a bunch of different songs and music. There's so much here that you can look at. That's how I get a bunch of my music. It's all copyright-free, so you just search up what you want, put it in the background. So I already have a bunch downloaded, so I won't really get into it. There's also another site here which is pretty cool. It is Pixabay, which if you just search up no copyright music, you can get a bunch of really cool sound effects. For example, let's say you want to have like I'm trying to think of like something. I don't think I usually have horror music in my video, so we can just do like um swooshes, for example. Like if you're changing something in the video, swooshes. That's not a good one, really. That is not what I... Oh, this is music. Sound effects is what I'm gonna do. Uh, Sound effects. There we go. Switch it to sound effects. There we go. This is like... See what I mean? Like, let me turn the volume up for me, actually, so I can hear. But, like, boom, if you want to switch something... I find that, yeah, CapCut has a lot of cool sound effects, but just go to Pixabay. You have so much better high-quality sound effects. They're just really cool. Just press the download, and you'll find them in your files. Just pull it in, and boom. And just like that, that's how you can get swooshes and sound effects copyright-free. Really easy. Now let's go ahead and talk about how I actually get my images and my thumbnails. But actually, before we get into that, let me show you how I actually upload a video. So let's go ahead and go back to CapCut. Boom. Let's say this video's done. I mean, usually I'll add an outro here, so I'd be like an image here. I'll do that for you guys, just so you guys can see completely what I do here. Yeah, so I'll drag in this image here, and you can just put it here as part of your clip. I'll usually do it twice because that's my thing. Then I put my music and line it up here, and boom, just like that, you got yourself a outro. And so we're gonna go ahead and export this video. Honestly, you can keep this stuff here, but if you really do want to, you can go 60 fps, frames per second, but it might actually screw your video up because it's run in 30. I'm not too sure why it does that for me, because mine should be doing in 60. I haven't really messed around with that. I've kind of been ignoring it because it's Monster Legends. I don't really have to worry about frames because it's, mobile game on a PC. It's kind of thing. You press export here.
Hello
And
everybody, this is I'm Gaming here.
yep, there
Welcome
you
back.
go. See how that starts, and it'll automatically make a TikTok video about it. I usually ignore this because it is a premium feature, but if you do want help, just to throw that in. I wouldn't do that personally, but yeah, you want to ignore this stuff
Hello
here.
everybody, this is I'm
Oh,
Gaming here. Welcome.
yeah, you want to ignore that. You can link it to your YouTube and then go straight to there, but I've found issues with that. Sometimes it doesn't do it right. So I would, you're at this page, that means your video has been downloaded. So it should just be in your files or your video folder. So just cancel. And now let's go ahead and switch over back to our creator, or YouTube studio. So we are back to our channel dashboard here, where you can go ahead and just go create, upload videos, select files, and we're here now. And you just want to go ahead and do something like, where is it? Oh, we didn't name our video. I forgot, but we can see that it's right here. Um, it is now uploading. Now for you guys, it's gonna look a little different if you guys are starting off because you guys won't have the monetization option because your videos aren't monetized. The way to get that, I believe, is 500 subscribers and about 4,000 hours of watch time. So it's pretty, intense. But if you're lucky, you can get it done pretty quick. Then here you'll name your video. Here you'll do a description. You can add it to a playlist. Don't worry about this thumbnail thing here. No, it's not made for kids. If you make it for kids, you won't have ads, you won't have things like that. So I always do know it's not made for kids. Then you'll do next. For me, I'll have monetization. I'll do so I'll turn that on. Done. Boom. Then you can go here and kind of add what's in your thing here. So I have none of this stuff in this video. So I'm meant for rating, so they can check my video so I can get monetized. Here you can add music licenses if you get music from like YouTube. You can go ahead and just add that there. But then again, that is kind of a weird thing because I personally don't do this because it is likely that you will have to share your funds. And honestly, it's for music that you barely use, or you might get copyrighted sometimes depending on the music you use. So I just find that kind of annoying. You can add your end screen. So this is only on PC. So if you're using this mobile, this might be a little harder, but you can import from video. Boom. I have my little ending thing there on that thing, and then boom, checks. This is when it's just checking my video to see if I can actually get money on it. And then visibility, I leave it on unlisted until the video is done with checks and things like that, just because of the thumbnail thing, and also because we want those checks so your video can be published monetized and you don't have to wait a while. But there you go. And now let's go ahead and talk about actually making a thumbnail and how I get all those PNGs and images. So if you want to go ahead and get yourself some decent PNGs, I just go to the Wikipedia or their page and just search them up, find an image of them. You can go ahead and just download this. Now I usually do this all on my phone. I don't do this ever on my PC because it's kind of hard when doing like PNGs and thumbnails. I find it so much easier on my phone with my fingers and all that because it's just quicker and it's a lot more efficient. It's kind of, I'd feel like it'd be annoying just using my PC, but yeah, so you go ahead, download this image. So pretend you're on phone here, search up whatever monster you want, search it up. You see there's a bunch of PNGs, download it. It's in your phone now, your gallery, and then I'd get IBS. What I use is IBS Paint X. I know there's other things people use, but I personally find that IBS Paint X is a lot easier. Go ahead and fit the frame. I'll actually pull it up on my phone here. I'll just kind of talk to you guys about it. I'm not gonna pull my phone up though because That's going to be such a big pain to do here on PC, but um, either way, the ratio for your thumbnail should be 1280 by 720. You're going to go ahead and open that. It should be on custom once you make a new project on IBS Paint X. Then you can go ahead, import your PNGs, work with them a little bit. You can go ahead and then I would, when you're done with your image, I'd go ahead and save image, and then I'd save it as a PNG. You can do other things like JPEG as well. You can increase the resolution, which honestly doesn't really matter for like when you're just working with PNGs or in flat kind of areas. But yeah, either way, go ahead and download that. Then you will be on your phone. You should have your YouTube Studio connected to your phone as well. So download the app there. It should be pretty easy. Once you do that, find the video in your content. Go to it on the level 3. Actually, I'll show you guys what it would kind of look like here. So say that your video is done. It is unlisted. So it should be unlisted. You go to your content. So this should be on your phone. It's not gonna look exactly like this, but you'll see that it's at least there on your content here. And you're going to go ahead and go to settings or options, and then it'll be like edit title and description. So you can edit the title if you do need to, any mistakes, or you can go ahead and just do something like details. And on your phone, it should show the top, and you can see right here where it says view on YouTube for your phone, it should say change thumbnail, or there should be a little setting somewhere where it tells you to change thumbnail. You press that, and then you just put in your image from custom. It should have like a bunch of options. I think it might even have some AI options, which I don't like, but you can go ahead and instead of doing an AI or anything like that, just do custom, and then that's just the downloaded image that you got from IBS. Put that in, boom, just like that. And if you want to have a PNG, just put in the PNGs into the like a 1x1, and then edit it however you want, then download it, and then boom, you got your PNG, which I used here for layup here. But yeah, after that you can go ahead and go to settings, or not settings here, pretend I have all the stuff filled out, blah blah blah. You go to visibility, and then you go into public, and there you go. Just like that, you've made your first video. It is a lot more simple than I've made it look here, because I'm just talking about everything here and all the stuff here. But yeah, either way, I hope to see you guys soon. Honestly, if we can get even one more YouTuber from this, I will be super happy. If you guys want to try it out, let me know how your journey goes. If you guys are going to attempt this, let me know in the comments below. This is just kind of a random video just because people have asked for it, and I've kind of, I kind of want to make a video like this because I feel like it could really help other people, and it could really help the game, because I know that from what I've seen now, there is a group of people in Social Point which are really working towards making the game better, and the community like fixing what they've made and what the other team has made. They're kind of changing with like community managers and all this stuff, but there's also another group of monster which is just like, we still need money though, but they are working towards a better game. But it is still a shame that it is at the state that it is. So hopefully by having more YouTubers either criticize it and help the game, really give constructive criticism or kind of talk about the game, then maybe they can make more changes. And that way also, I'm not alone here. I mean, I have some people locally, like I'm happy that Daniel 5K is here. I have a whole video about that, but go check out Daniel 5K, of course. But either way, I hope you guys have good success, good luck on your journey. If you guys ever need help, you guys can go ahead and join my Discord link in the description and just ask me for help there, and boom, just like that. I will see you guys all next time. Hope to see you in the comments, letting me know if you guys are starting your channel, and let me know when you make your first video. Maybe I'll make a video looking at all of the new videos. Just tag me. You know what? Let's do that. If you guys can tag me or do hashtag I am gaming, ML vids, just like that, hashtag I am gaming, spell my name exactly like this, then ML, both capitals, and then just vids, all capitals as well, so VIDS, all caps, hashtag that, and then I can look at the videos, and maybe I can look at a bunch of your videos and check out your channels, your new channels, and just kind of help out. But without further ado, if you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.